why could you give up your boyfriend for your children? You need to ask yourself why you chose a man over your 5 children. A 4-year-old, a 5-year-old, 7-year-old, 10-year-old, maybe even the 14-year-old. You can't have these children and continue to give birth to children and bring them in the world and expect somebody else to care for them. Everybody here who goes to work and pays taxes, you're not financially supporting them. You're not providing clothing for them. You're not providing shelter for them. You're not providing food for them. Your attorney is, he is, I am, everybody else who has a job. And are you Vanessa Castillo?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Did you understand you're charged with the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams? That's a 3rd-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea bargain agreement, punishments be assessed at 3 years in the prison. There's a $1,000 fine to be probated. There is no application for deferred adjudication. State recommends community supervision. They will take into consideration County Court Cause number 688-045, Night Mag number 653-017, and there's $57 restitution to SAPD for drug testing. Did you understand that to be the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, is that the agreement?
Yes, Judge.
Then to the offense is charged in the indictment. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor. We're asking to waive the PSI.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor. We just hope that the court will honor the plea bargain agreement.
All right, how old are you?
27.
And who is this person you were in the vehicle with? What is his relationship to you?
He's my ex-boyfriend.
Do you have any children?
I got 5.
What are their ages?
14, 10, 14, 10, 7, 5, and 4.
And where are they?
They're under CPS custody.
Is this the first time you've had interactions with CPS?
Yes.
All right. Before this happened, were you employed?
Yes.
What were you doing?
I was doing landscaping with my friends.
And is this person Javier?
Yeah.
How far did you go in school?
I have my high school diploma.
What are you planning on doing with the rest of your life?
Going back to school. Or getting me a good job and staying away from all the bad things.
But what do you want to do? Like many times people have dreams. I always wanted to be an attorney. So I just focused on that and that's what I did.
Well,
what do you want to do? What do you want to be?
Become a detective in homicide.
Well, let me just tell you right now, with this case, that's probably eliminated.
Yeah.
So there are some things that you can't do or that you've made more difficult to obtain based upon this case. For example, anything that requires a license, they're going to check your background. They're going to see this. And it's going to be difficult, if not impossible, for you to do that. So that means nursing school, doctors, even if you want to be a cosmetologist, that requires a license. All right. So is there a drug issue? Why is CPS involved in your life?
Because of my boyfriend.
And how long have your children been in CPS custody?
For going on 1.5 years.
So when you were with your boyfriend, CPS had your children.
Yeah.
So here's my question that I would always ask my client. People say they love their children. Why could you give up your boyfriend for your children?
I did.
Well, no, you were in the car with them. And when CPS took your children, I'm sure they told you that you need to leave this boyfriend alone because obviously there's an issue. If somebody needs a screwdriver to turn off a vehicle, that means that the vehicle is probably stolen.
Right.
I use a key for my vehicle.
Right.
I think everybody else did. So you need to ask yourself why you chose a man over your 5 children. Because a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old, 7-year-old, 10-year-old, maybe even the 14-year-old. You can't have these children and continue to give birth to children and bring them in the world and expect somebody else to care for them. Not my job. But since they're in CPS custody, guess who's taking care of your children? Everybody here who goes to work and pays taxes. You're not. You're not financially supporting them. You're not providing clothing for them. You're not providing shelter for them. You're not providing food for them. Your attorney is, he is, I am, everybody else who has a job. And I'm sure that CPS told you, and your attorney on the CPS side probably asked you, do you love your children? And I'm sure your answer was what everybody answer is, I would walk through fire for my children. I would give my life for my children. And CPS told you, well, we're not expecting you to walk through fire. We're not asking you for that. We're not asking you to give your life. The only thing we're asking for you is, Javier, we want you to not have any contact and leave him alone. And you can do that. So here's my little side advice for you. Your 14-year-old, 10-year-old, 7-year-old, 5-year-old, and 4-year-old, when CPS sets up visits for you and you're supposed to be clean and sober to see them, if you have no plans on being clean and sober, don't be breezing in and out of your children's life, getting their expectations up that their mom is going to do right and be right, and then constantly disappointing them. Mm-hmm. And as another side advice, until you get your life together, and perhaps if you want to get your children back, you shouldn't get involved in any other relationship with anybody else. You understand?
That's fine.
All right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to sentence you to 3 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 3 years. We're going to do a referral to felony drug court. You're going to remain in custody until drug court accepts you. And you need to be completely honest with them about your drug use. Otherwise, they're not going to accept you. If felony drug court does not accept her, do not release her. We're going to come back to court and I'm going to do something else. There's a $1,000 fine. That's to be probated. There's to be CPS compliance. So if you don't do what you need to do for CPS, you're violating the terms of your probation. Do you understand? I'm going to ask for parenting classes. Of course, as CPS is giving her parenting classes and she's joined them with CPS, that's fine. I don't want to duplicate services. Take in consideration county court cost number 688045, night mag number 653017. There's $57 restitution to SAPD for drug testing, 120 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide proof of the COVID vaccination. Court is not requiring you to do that, but if you do that, 40 of those hours will be waived. I'm going to want a TAP evaluation while in custody. There's to be weekly reporting to probation until further notice. And probation, if the weekly reporting, if she has children's visit on the same day that she has the weekly reporting at probation, then her visit with the children, if that's verified, that will be acceptable. I'm going to want UA hotline until further notice. And if she successfully completes CPS requirements, then we can waive the remaining of the community service hours. I'm going to want proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. And there's to be no contact with Javier Jimenez Zaragoza. And if I could make it so that you could have no contact with any adult male that is not a relative, I would, but I'm not allowed to do that. And if I could say you're not allowed to have any relationships, intimate relationships with anyone, I would order that, but I can't do that. But you had better start putting your children first. Otherwise, you're going to lose custody of them permanently. Do you understand? All right, probation. Is there anything else that she needs?
You mentioned field visits.
Thank you. I'm going to want field visits. Tell probation, I'm sorry, but it needs to be 3 times a month. And there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. Because what I've discovered, for some reason, people who have children in CPS care, their best friend always wants them to babysit their children, but you're not allowed to do that. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Is there anything else you need from me in order to be successful? All right. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to your attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you. Okay, it seems like she's not taking this seriously. Oh, you stop. We're not playing these games. So either way, you're not leaving this courtroom today. And let me give you some.
Do I want to do it now?
Let me state of Texas versus Felicia Ramon. The defendant has pled not true to violation 14B1, which was the violation that she failed to comply with the rules and regulations of felony drug court. A representative for drug court is present. Ms. Zamaroon, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right. Could you speak up a little? We're having a hard time hearing.
Yes, ma'am. Can you
All
hear me?
right. Yes, we can now. Could you state your name for the record and spell your last name, please?
My name is Diana Samaron. Last name is Zamarron.
All right. State.
Ms. Samaron, what do you do in regards to the drug court?
I'm the court manager for the felony drug court.
Okay, and do you interview the possible candidates for the drug court to see if they can go into the drug court?
You're gonna have to speak up.
Yes, if necessary, I do. But we typically have an assigned person to do screenings.
Okay, and were you the representative from the drug court who had an opportunity to speak to Felicia Ramon?
No, that individual was licensed professional counselor Elsa Guajardo, who is one of our case managers.
Okay. Can you look at the notes that your case manager entered in on this case?
Yes.
And what do those notes indicate?
The notes indicate that she met criteria for the drug court, and that the client voiced she did not want to participate. Ms. Guajardo noted that she lacks insight into her addiction and feels that she can stay clean on her own. Her drug of choice is methamphetamine, and she minimized the severity of her problem. She wrote her drug of choice is THC on the information questionnaire. But after she spoke to Ms. Guajardo, she asked her to be honest, and so she gave her more information about the methamphetamine use, which was IV daily before her arrest on 4/1/2022. She expressed she did not need drug treatment and could not remember when she was admitted into Laurel Ridge Treatment Center. She denied any mental health history and at times could not keep her story straight. Her 3 minor children live with her father, who has full custody. She denied any out-of-county cases. She was homeless when arrested and stated that she can come and go from her mother's house anytime. She is at high risk to go back to her active addiction and will benefit from either residential treatment or intensive outpatient if she is willing to show up and participate.
Any other questions?
Pass the witness.
All right, defense.
Yes, and she said that I didn't tell her, I didn't tell her about it. And I did tell her at the beginning of the video.
You'll have a chance.
Yeah.
I have no questions for her.
All right. Is this witness excused or subject to recall?
I'm sorry.
Excuse, Your Honor, excuse.
All right, Ms. Zamaroon, here's the question. If, and I'm not saying I'm going to continue her or not, I'm not saying if I'm finding this true or not true yet, but would she be welcome back into felony drug court? Or are you all full?
Judge, we will definitely make room for her. She needs the help.
All right, thank you so much. It's appreciated. All right.
Your Honor, I would call Ms. Ramon.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand.
Can you state your name?
So you shut on.
Yeah, you just heard the testimony
from notes that you refused and indicated you did not want to participate or needed drug rehab. Do you recall that conversation?
No.
Did you meet with someone from the felony drug court?
Yes.
Do you remember who that was?
It was a lady, I don't remember her name, but I see her.
And did you cooperate in answering questions and participate in an interview? Let me talk. Okay.
Yes, I answered everything honestly the first time. I never hesitated in telling her anything that I wasn't sure. You know, she asked me one time, I told her, and then she never went back to do it again. And at the end, I never told her no. I never told her I didn't want to do it. She left and came back and told me that based on the question and the answers that I didn't qualify. Like I did have to do it, and then I did something there telling her about I had probation. I never told her no that I didn't want to do it.
At the time of the interview, did you believe that you had a drug problem?
I mean, I know that I do them, but I know I did it the worst kind of way, but I
Ma'am.
did not.
Sorry, if you'll face me when you're talking. I can
Oh.
speak.
I know I did it the worst kind of way, but I didn't. I mean, I know that I guess it's called a problem, but no, I'm not like.
Here's the question. Let me just cut through all of this. Number one, the whole issue is a witness has just testified that you said that you didn't have a drug problem and you don't want to participate in felony drug court. So here's the second question for all parties here. If she is now saying that she wants to participate in felony drug court, one, state and defense, are you all in agreement to her going back to felony drug court? That's the question, because she has not said anything to completely address what the witness has said.
Well, she wasn't there that week, and I've never talked to her at all. Once.
Now, here's my question. They said that you didn't want to participate in felony drug court. The answer to that is either yes, you do, or no, you don't. And let me give you some.
Do I want to do it now?
Let me give you some choices. Here are your choices. I can revoke you, send you to prison for 6 years. You can go do your time and live the best of your life, however you want to live it. Or either if the state and the defense and probation are in agreement to you going back to felony drug court, you will be going back to felony drug court. Those are your choices. Do you want to finish questioning her?
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, it seems like she's not taking this seriously.
I just don't want like to be in here longer already. You know what I mean? If I would have, I would.
No.
if I was
Here's the
there
thing.
already, And
How old are, well, you, stop. How old are you?
I'm 31.
All right, you know why you're not there already? Because you told them that you did not want to be in felony drug court. We're not playing these games.
I know, but
So here are your choices. Your choices are either you can go to prison for 6 years, or if your attorney and the state and probation agree, you can go back to felony drug court. So either way, you're not leaving this courtroom today. So do you want to go to prison, or do you want to get treatment for your drug issue, which obviously you have a lot of drug issues because your father would not have custody of the children that you should be raising. So what do you want to do?
whichever one.
All right. Is there anything else from either side?
I guess I would have just told her.
No, there's no, I guess I'm going to drug court, because there are other people who feel as though they have a problem and they want help with their problem. And so they go to drug court when I send them there and they participate.
I did, ma'am, and I'm telling you, she told me I didn't. If I knew, like, I've already been in here 3 months almost since drug court. And if I would have went, I would have already been done with it. I never told her no. I mean, I don't have a problem going back, but
Drug court is 2 years, so you would not have been done with it.
No, I'm not talking about drug court. I'm talking about going to like one of those facilities or something, you know. I would have already been on my gun with it, and then I would have continued with the probation. But I never told her no. That's what I mean. I'm fine going back to it, but I'm just saying, like, I never told him no. That's why I don't understand. I would have already been gone.
I believe it's, is there any other evidence that anyone wants to present?
No, you're right.
All right, I'm finding it true. 14B I1. So now the next question is whether or not you want to go to prison, because you can go to prison and do your time. And then I will move on to the next case and somebody else can be in felony drug court who wants it. Felony drug court is at least a 2-year program. And it appears to me, based upon what you've said to me and based upon the information I've received from the witness, you're not finishing that program in 2 years. You're going to be a person who it's going to probably take at least a year before you even understand the program and understand that you have a drug problem.
Okay.
So you're probably going to end up in there for probably 3, maybe 3.5 years before you get the program. So
I'll go back.
So you guys want to discuss whether or not you are in agreement to her going back to felony drug court?
One moment, now.
Okay.
The state would be in agreement with her going back to felony drug court.
All right. Then I'm going to deny the motion. She's being referred back to felony drug court. She is to remain in custody until a transfer to felony drug court. If felony drug court doesn't accept her, then she's going to safety. And there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. And the contact, whoever supervises it has to be somebody that's approved by probation. All right, probation, is there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, and I think previously I had ordered field visits, but of course, if she's transferred to felony drug court, they will take care of conditions. All right, thank you. You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
A woman named Felicia Ramon appears in court for violating the terms of her probation in a drug-related case. She was originally placed on deferred adjudication for possession of a controlled substance and was required to follow strict conditions, including participation in felony drug court. During the hearing, the state argues that she did not follow the rules of the drug court program and did not fully comply with treatment requirements. A drug court representative testifies that she was assessed as someone who needs structured treatment due to serious substance use issues, including methamphetamine use. The representative also explains that she showed signs of denial about her addiction and gave conflicting information during her evaluation. Felicia denies that she refused to participate and disagrees with parts of the testimony. The judge reviews the situation and explains that she must choose between going to prison or continuing in the drug court program with treatment and supervision. After discussion, she chooses to return to drug court. The court agrees and sends her back into the treatment program instead of revoking her probation, with conditions to continue supervision and comply with all requirements.